Let's go.
That actually plays right into my hot take, which might not be hot. I don't know. This is just one I kind of thought of that I don't know if I'm alone in this, but not that I have like an issue overall with these crazy time jumps, actor switches, all this, but I will say that it's causing me to I guess Kathleen, you said it in the beginning of this before. I might have even been before we were recording. You don't even know who your favorite character is. So that's what's I guess that's what part of the show is suffering for me is I don't really have a favorite character, and it feels like I got desensitized to some of our main characters that I knew their actors were switching, and I'm kind of having to reacclimate myself and decide, like, is Rhaenyra my favorite character? Like, I don't. It's Allison. She's great. Like, Damon's been consistent, but even he got a complete personality shift where I feel like I have to reevaluate like who my favorite character is. So I guess my hot take comes down to the fact that unlike Game of Thrones, I don't think any one person is really just like that's my Arya Stark. Like my favorite character by far. Damon was like kind of getting to that point, and then we have this soft reset. So he will easily be able to recapture my pick in like one or two more episodes. But again, it still feels like I need the build up again because of that 10-year soft restart. But that's just kind of where I'm at with picking of who a favorite character is. And that's why the MVPs are always hard, because it feels like I'm trying to just force pick an MVP when it's so much easier to pick the LVP of each episode.
Yeah. My hot take was just that Harwin Strong is the hottest man in all of lore. That's it. That's just all of lore, not Game of Thrones. But yeah, Luke, I agree. I don't know if that's about the actors changing, but more so just the time jumps, and that's why the actors are changing, because of the time jumps. But it is interesting just because for anyone who has seen The Crown, they recasted every single solitary character each season, not just the main people. Maybe one or two gets like pushed through or something, but it's different for every single character. So it is interesting that they picked and choose who to age up. Just a choice they made, I guess. But yeah, I get that, Luke. But I could still pick my favorite of the episode. I can't pick. We just span too much time. It's impossible to say over this 20-year span, this is my favorite character, because it's like, and I think that's actually the beauty of it, to be like, this episode, this person was so fucking sick, and I love that.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, and I think part of it too is we're kind of in a prologue setting still. Like, this is all like kind of backstory, as weird as that sounds. I mean, it's been 6 episodes of television and so much time has passed, but we're still kind of fleshing out backstory to then we'll get into where like there will be no time skips. Everything will be consistent, and, you know, the battle lines will be drawn, and we'll get a much better idea of who we actually fuck with.
And just off the back of that comment, they said that there's never going to be another major time jump, but I think there's going to be one more mini time jump after episode 8.
Yeah, or it's either, because I know, because the kids, their children, they will get different actors at some point.
Yeah.
It might actually be after.
It'll be like 10 years.
It might be after episode 7, after next episode.
Yeah, it could be at the beginning of episode 8.
Yeah, I think 8 through 10 we'll get our full cast of actual actors.
Cool.
And my hot take. I'll continue on my theme of Kristen Cole is a great character.
Oh my God.
He is
You're sick.
He is a plot mover. He's great, dude. You love to hate him, and I love that you guys hate him. I don't fully hate him, maybe, but I just love the dynamic that he brings to the show. So will be my hot take.
You're beat.
At least mine are hot takes that the other 2 people don't actually agree with, while you guys say things that other people agree with. So
you agree with Harwin Strong being the hottest man that ever lived?
I could be convinced fairly easily, yeah.
Okay. Okay, who wants to go first with MVP, LVP?
I'll go first. Since I went last for hot takes, I will go MVP. And I just want to be the first one to say it. Harwin Strong, a legend. Daddy Harwin will be my MVP, and LVP will be. Now I'm kind of pissed. I went first. I'm going to say Aegon, because he got caught jerking off by his mom.
Yeah, big time.
And that's pretty LVP of him.
Yes, I agree.
Go ahead, Luke.
MVP, I'm gonna just take the fun boys. I'm gonna say Leonor and Viserys, man. They're having a ball in Westeros. Like,
Fun
they're bringing
boys.
back fun, man. And I love to see it because I don't think there's been anybody like them, like that level of like emotion and fun in Game of Thrones. I don't really have an LVP, but I was like that sticks out super obviously. It's easy just to say Laris, just because he's fully taken the stage as a main villain, I think, in this show after this episode. But I don't mean it LVP in like a bad way. I mean it like LVP, like a fun to hate kind of way.
That teased me on perfectly because my MVP is Laris Strong.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just think he's gonna really we're gonna be talking about him in such high regard for the next few episodes. Hopefully next season, he's just the GOAT. Like, obviously, I fucking hate that he killed my boy, but both my boys, honestly, the Strong boys, were good men. They were good men. But this is the first time, besides Otto, obviously in the beginning when we thought he was a big schemer, like Laris is a player of the Game of Thrones. Like, we are seeing one of the first in this series of like, I am doing bad things behind the scenes to get what I want. I'm gonna kill my dad. That's sick. That's Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I love that. My LVP is Sir Kristen Cole. Go fuck yourself.
Good answer.
No, I was gonna say Aegon too, but you took it. So
Good. All right.
But